Right guys, we're in Glasgow trying to get people's opinions on this sign, and we're trying to get what the general public think. What's your view?
Would you allow your child to drink alcohol? No, get attention as well. Children who don't receive gender-affirming care can often try and kill themselves.
It's actually proven that the rate of suicide is higher after transition than before transition.
Good luck with your son.
What the fuck? You got any thoughts, guys? Any opinions?
Yes, I'm a tranny, fuck off.
She said, I'm a tranny, fuck off. That was her opinion.
Fair enough.
You got an opinion, guys? Got a thought? Not for me, thank you.
Fair enough.
That's hatred towards me, by the way. What's wrong with me? Anything wrong with me, guys? Because I just got insulted. I'm a snowflake. They insulted my intelligence.
Things aren't right. What's going on here is not right. Children are being twisted in their wee minds. You shouldn't have to deal with these things at their such very young ages. And for him to come out and say that, hopefully it'll change the tide a wee bit, and people will see you can't choose your gender. You're either a man or a woman, and that's biologically a fact.
That's
You know
a
what I
fact,
mean?
yeah.
And I think they're very wrong to do this to children, and they need to keep these things. This is a problem. They need to keep these things away from children. You know.
Well, I'm fully in agreement with you. 100%. Leave the kids alone. That's my stance on it. They don't need to know.
Absolutely. Well, keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you. What's your thoughts, guys? Any opinions?
I'd probably let them drink alcohol.
You-
I'd rather they do it
You would rather
safe.
you would let a child drink alcohol?
No, if they were going to drink, I'd probably let them. I'd rather them do it at home where they're safe. Once
child?
they're of a reasonable age.
Well, this is the
Are we
question.
talking teenager?
No, we're talking child.
No, no.
Would you allow them to get a tattoo? Would you allow them to change their gender?
No.
Simple logic, eh?
I'd probably take them to get help if they were saying things like that, and because it indicates a deeper problem with themselves.
Say it. Don't be scared to say it.
Yeah, I think
Like-
there's probably something up with them, and I'd want to help them.
And do you feel it's your responsibility as the adult to find out exactly what's going wrong rather than a system indoctrinating them into it?
Or a professional, depending on what it was. But like, I would be careful about the professional I sent them to.
Thank you, mate.
But yeah, that's it.
No problem. Thank you. What's your thoughts, guys? What's your thoughts on that sign?
Say no.
All of it.
Yeah.
Honest opinion? You got an honest opinion?
Yeah. I don't know.
Would you allow it?
Probably not when they're a child.
Not when they're a child, so
When they turn 18, I guess it's their choice, but while they grow up, probably not. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. No problem. See if why is people woke? Just say it. What's your thoughts, guys? Honest opinion.
It's a hard one. I think like would probably say no
Probably say no to what?
to let them choose the gender.
What age would you say is like consenting age?
Over 18 anyway.
Over
When
18.
they actually know.
So I'm guessing you wouldn't allow them to drink alcohol or get a tattoo before then as well? No. Common sense.
Yeah.
Finally, common sense prevails.
No.
Thank you.
For example, even the nurse see the baby, she said it's a boy, or she said it's a girl.
Mhm.
They don't say another thing. So we all know, like when we burn for one sex,
Mhm.
male or female, and all people agree about. For example, the blue is for the boy and the pink is for the girl. How we are burned in originally, we burn in one shape. We can't change it.
Mhm.
You know. So if we all choose to be, for example, one gender, the humanity is gonna stop.
Yep.
We're not gonna be having a baby. If I choose, for example, to be a girl, all people choose the same. We are gonna stop humanity from having a babies.
And
You know?
that's what they want, though. They want the population to decrease, and they want to chemically castrate a generation.
And I'm happy to see that, because that's is bring us back
to our original, how we used to be.
Man, women, children.
Man, women, children, family. That's against family. That's destroy families. You know, if we keep going like that, maybe after 20 years we will not have any kids.
100%.
We will have only old people, and the country will not have youth people to work, to provide for the country, to pay the tax, to build. You know, everything is gonna stop. That's, you know.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank
Cheers,
you
mate.
for that.
Ta.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Ta. Aye. He knows the story. How you doing, Paul?
I'm non-binary, so what's the issue with this then?
It's more so for children. So would you allow your child to drink alcohol?
I wouldn't allow my child to do any of the top, but if my child wanted to, basically, if my child were born female but identified as male, I'd be completely fine with that.
A child that can't make up its own mind, you would allow it?
Yes, because more suicides in children do actually occur. So I'm a little bit nervous because this has got me a bit riled up. But there are more suicides in teens and children because there are so many unaccepting parents.
It's proven that the suicide rate actually goes up after transitioning than before it, statistically.
Well, can you show me where that statistic is? Because I've seen very, very different statistics.
Statistics show and proven that after transitioning they're more depressed than they were prior to transitioning.
Well, that's probably because there's people like you having a go at them saying that they're making the wrong choice.
No, we're not having a go. We are more against the indoctrination of children. Don't involve the children in this. They don't need to know it. Wait until they're of an adult age if they wish to then discuss it. But don't force it on them in schools. Don't force it down them in society when they don't need to know about it.
I'll be completely honest. Okay, so as a kid, I didn't know about transgender. I didn't know about people who are transgender. I didn't know about people who are non-binary. I didn't know about any of that. But as a kid, I always felt very uncomfortable when people referred to me as he, him. I even I asked people to say she, her. I felt really uncomfortable with that as well. When I was an adult and when I learned what non-binary was, that worked perfectly for me. But as a kid, I was so down.
But see, you said the key thing there. As an adult, you then made your own conscious decision and realised what you were. A child can't make that conscious decision for themselves. That's why the parents need to do a bit more research and study on it before they just try and indoctrinate their kids into that system. I don't think it's fair on the children to put them in that predicament, because if you give your children life-altering surgery or chemically castrating drugs at such a young age, you can seriously mess up that child internally.
The actual NHS, actually getting
Lupron.
getting on testosterone, estrogen, getting actual
it takes years.
Surgery. You can only get that once you turn 18 anyway.
But is it fair to push it on them as children? That's the point. Why can the kids not just remain innocent? Leave the kids alone, They don't need to learn about it. And if they do need to learn about it, it should be down to the parents and not the schooling system.
You tell a kid, no, you can't smoke, they're going to start smoking. You tell them, no, they can't drink, they're going to start drinking. But it's the whole thing of if you give your kid a sip of, say, alcohol-free beer and realize they hate the taste, then they're never going to drink it again.
Would you not maybe say, though, that if you tell your children not to do it, right, and they go and do it, you need to then discipline your child and tell them, no, you can't do it. You can't just roll over and say, oh, well, I've said no, but you're going to go and do it anyway. It's you as a parent, you as the responsible parent, to teach your children what is right and what is wrong. It's not the school's fault to do that. It's not the government's job to do that. That is your child. You bear the responsibility for your child. It is your responsibility to then raise that child to the best of your ability. Where that child then maybe deviates slightly and say, my mum and dad said, no, I can't drink, but you know what, I went and got drunk with my friends. It's your job then as a parent to then discipline that child correctly in the right way to say, no, you were wrong. And then if you allow
Especially
your
during like teenage years when you're more likely to rebel, you're more likely to rebel what you're told. No, you cannot do this.
You are, but then it comes down to you need to punish in the correct way to them, make them understand that no, you can't do that. My mother disciplined me in a way that you're not allowed to be disciplined anymore. You can't hit your child anymore. I got hit as a kid, never done me any harm. Disciplining a child in the correct manner is the way
Oh,
to
yeah,
go
I'm not saying
forward.
that you shouldn't discipline.
So if you're then affirming that if your child is a boy and they want to be a girl and you affirm that at a minor age, that to me is neglect against your child. You shouldn't be allowing
They
that.
realise that this may or may not fit them. This, like, the gender idea may or may not suit them.
But who's pushing that agenda?
No one.
The schooling system, the government are pushing that agenda, and that's wrong.
My child has seen a transgender person on TV.
Then it's down to you to say that person is that, or this person is that. That person feels like that. Doesn't mean they are. Biologically, that person is still a man or still a woman. Just because if I walk into a bank now and say I want £1 million, I feel like I'm a millionaire. That bank's not going to give me £1 million because I feel like I'm a millionaire. But this is the way society is going. If you can feel like something, that doesn't mean it's real. We can accept, like, you don't need to accept it. I don't need to accept it. You don't need to accept it, or you can accept it. That's fine. But this is more about leaving the kids alone. This isn't about adults of consenting age. This is about children.
It kind of feels like what you're saying is tell them, no, you are this, you must stay as this.
I would say, yeah, 100%. Like, you are a boy, or you're a woman, or you're a girl, you're a boy. That is what you are at the end of the day. You can never change it, no matter how you feel. The world doesn't operate on feelings. That's where, like, you get issues when feelings come into it. When you logically think about things, that's where society thrives. When you logically think, not because your emotions are how you feel, you know. But this is more so protect the children. This is all about protecting the kids. It's not about consenting adults. If you're a consenting adult, you can go and do whatever the hell you like. But this is all mainly about protecting children, and children need to be protected from this indoctrination that they're going through right now in schools, in the government. What you instill in your kids, they're going to remember that. So if you don't instill this ideology upon them, they're not going to remember it when they get to maybe 12 or 13 or 16 or 18, you know? They're just going to live and let live. They don't need to think, oh, I could be this or I could be that. The world doesn't operate on like could, should or would. It operates on what is.
I do think it's important to raise awareness about people who are trans to the youth. I think it's important. The same with the LGBT community. I think it's important to, like, explain all this to a kid. You know, obviously explain, like, the processes, like, you cannot do this till you're 18. Just explain what the processes are, because that saves, let's say someone's walking down the street who's non-binary like myself, would dress a lot more androgynous. That saves, honestly, a lot of the time. The kid going, are they a boy or a girl? And then causing a lot of distress to a lot of people.
Well, that's the difference, but only speak about it if they ask about it.
No, exactly.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying as well, is don't throw it down them. Wait until they might ask the question, and then take it from there.
I completely agree with that. Like, obviously, don't just say this is that. But, like as I say, having the awareness just on TV and stuff like that. For instance, a really good example. This isn't necessarily about the transgender thing, but about the LGBT. Are you a Power Rangers fan, or did you watch Power Rangers as a kid?
Yeah.
It sounds like a weird question, so bear with me on this. They made a storyline for the most recent season where the Green Ranger, she was actually gay and she had a girlfriend on the show. And then obviously the girlfriend kind of became Power Rangers. That's a different story anyway.
But they're doing that with a lot of shows now.
I'm dealing with it.
Clickbait for me, man. Cheers. But no, they're doing that with a lot of shows now. They're doing that with Peppa Pig. They're doing it with Fire and Sam. They're doing it with them all. Leave these, like they're doing it with Arthur. Like, these are kid shows. Kids don't need to know about this in kid shows. Leave them alone.
I think it's weird when they say two guys down the street holding hands.
But that's then on the parents to then tell them, not a cartoon or not something they're watching. This is a pure indoctrination system from a very, very young age that they don't need to know about. And that's what I'm against. It can be vilified for what we're saying. You know, it's an opinion and our freedom of speech at the end of the day to say what we want to say. You know?
I do appreciate the fact that, you know, you have given me the opportunity to speak and voice my opinion on this matter. I will say, just for the record, like, I do disagree with what you're saying, but
that's fine, and you're entitled. I would never say you're wrong or I'm right. Yeah, you're entitled to disagree 100%, and I won't try and change your mind on it. That's not how I operate. You're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine. And then we go our separate ways. We've had a nice discussion about it. There's no been arguments, nobody's got emotional or anything like that. And that's how open discourse and debate should be conducted. You know what I mean? Logically and soundly, and speak about the various sides. And I appreciate your time today for that. And what's your views?
No, I wouldn't let them allow.
You wouldn't allow them? Why not?
There's only two genders.
Correct. Thank you very much. It's fact. Like, you wouldn't allow your fucking child. You know, and if you did allow your child, that's fucking irresponsible of you as a parent.
No,
No?
no, I don't think so.
Any particular reason?
Well, I think there's decisions that have implications that last a lifetime, and I think as parents, sometimes we have to vet those decisions. What I'm saying is it's to offend or upset anybody that feels otherwise. If you feel differently about your kids and you want to, you know, every parent's got their own right to make their own decision on it. But for me, I would not allow my child to choose their gender, no. I think children sometimes don't even know what they want to eat for dinner, and if I let them, they'd eat shite all the time and they wouldn't eat anything healthy, and they'd probably make pretty poor choices. So based on that, I think as a parent, it's up to us to try and guide them in the right direction. If they choose then, consenting on an adult age in life, that they feel differently, they would have my love, compassion, support, and questions.
As long as it's a consenting age, yeah. That's the point that we're trying to raise, is obviously you wouldn't allow your child to get a tattoo or drink alcohol. You know that yourself. 18. So therefore, why would you allow them to make a life-altering decision as a child?
It's more so the support that they get from the medical community and changing in hormones and things like that. I think they can make massive, drastic changes to somebody's body physically, and I think it's something that should be taken into consideration with proper thought with a child who isn't, well, with a grown-up, with a grown-up. Proper thought as a grown-up, not as a child. No problem.
Got any thoughts? Facts. No worries, man. Ta. Got any thoughts, guys? Cheers, man. Got a thought? Any thoughts? No?
But I agree, actually.
You want to give your thought on it?
Nah, not really. I mean,
No?
I don't know. Nah, not really. I'd rather stay out of it. But it's a great initiative, actually.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Given what I'm actually surprised is nobody's actually tried to like rip it out of my hand yet. You got any thoughts, ladies? Any thoughts?
No to everything.
No to everything.
No to everything.
Magic. No to everything. There's a man that knows sense. I thought, guys, you got an opinion on that? That's bullshit. How?
Non-binary.
You got anything to say? What do you agree with? Do you agree with it? Disagree with it?
What does it say?
Basically, would you allow your minor child to drink?
No.
Would you allow them to get a tattoo?
Gender.
You wouldn't agree with it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Happy days. That's what we want. People that actually see sense. And then people walking by saying no, they don't agree because they're non-binary, even though they didn't want to give their own opinion on it. Then it is what it is. But you can't disagree with a fact and then no state your point as to why you don't why you disagree with it. You got an opinion?
Well, you need to wait till like old enough, really. I think, because if you get a tattoo, then they might change their mind when the
It's life altering, basically, yeah.
life altering change.
So why would you allow them to choose their gender? It's a life changing decision.
Changing things. So just wait till they're an adult, really.
100%. That's what we. That's
Plus,
what.
I'm a Christian. I'm not like
hardcore, so you need just wait till they're an adult and
They can make
stick
this,
by them no
yeah,
matter what.
and they can make the logical decision
If they're a
themselves.
child, then there's no going back, and it is
100%.
hard to cover up with a tattoo, so just wait till they're
Well, the tattoo and the
adult.
alcohol is more just like a point that you wouldn't allow your
Yeah.
child to conduct that.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
why would you allow them to conduct like something as serious as
I know.
picking their gender at that age?
Wait till they're like 18 or something.
18 minimum, yeah.
Yeah.
No problem, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. You got an opinion, mate? Come on then.
Personally, I don't think they should be allowed to choose their gender at that age, because at that age, like when I was at that age, I didn't even know what toys I wanted to play with, never mind choosing my gender. But like personally, when they give my kids alcohol, I let them get a tattoo until they're at least 18. But the whole gender changing thing is, personally, I don't think it's right. They allowing that you choose that at that age. I think most of the time nowadays it's like the parents forcing a agenda on them. Like the amount of videos I've seen online where it's like 4-year-olds are becoming as transgender. When I was 4, like
You didn't know what you wanted to eat. Aye, like
I didn't
aye.
even know what I wanted to eat when I was 4 years old. Never mind changing my gender. So I've got a feeling it's probably being either forced on them, like on social media as a sort of
What about the schools?
it's becoming an agenda in schools now. Like they're trying to teach it in schools to teach you become more like adaptable of it, so you can like become more aware of it, so you don't discriminate against anybody. But like trying to teach should actually stay far away from schools, primary schools especially, because that shouldn't be anywhere near that. Like the stuff I've seen growing up, due to unrestricted internet access, it's fucked me up, and knowing that will really affect different people. Because I know some people who thought that when they were younger and have completely changed and now they're regretting doing it. But personally, I don't think it's right, especially in like obviously school and teaching it in schools and trying to force it on your children. Like I don't know a single 4-year-old that you thinking, oh, I was born a woman, but I don't feel like a woman. There's no 4-year-old that's thinking that without their parents putting it on them themselves.
No problem at all, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers. Got anything to say, guys? Do you think? You want to comment? What's your thoughts? Cheers.
No, I will not get.
You wouldn't allow them? No problem. Perfect, thank you.
I mean, obviously, like, yeah. I mean, like, the whole, like, is this about the whole Rishi Sunak thing?
No, this is like
Just in general?
just in general, basically. Yeah, obviously, you wouldn't allow your child to get a tattoo or drink underage. So why would you allow them to make like a life-altering decision as a minor?
Yeah, it depends on, like, the age, obviously. Like, I wouldn't, my 6-year-old came up to me, I wouldn't be. Preach, girl, preach.
I think she said trans lives matter. I mean,
Well, it doesn't matter what, like, not in that way, but like everyone deserves respect. Everyone, like, honestly, my humble opinion, if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. Like, you could be trans, you could be black, white.
But do you agree with the like trying to indoctrinate it into children, like for a young
Not in that
age?
way that, like, obviously you're gonna have like bad apples in each way. Like, you're gonna have like extremists. You'll have those left extremists that will 100%. Like, they always have those right ones that are like they should just die, and it's like no one should. It's like, you know, let's just have like the nice chat about it. Obviously, if it's like my 6-year-old came up to me and was like, oh, I want to wear dresses, I'd be like, cool, you can wear a dress. Like, it's more like that way that, yeah, when they start bringing in like injections and stuff, then you're like, whoa, like that's a bit bringing it in. But it's more like I kind of knew things were changing around like, sorry, my voice is like pure shaking for some reason. I knew things were changing around like 12, 13 for me. So I feel like once you hit that kind of age, that's when you're like maturing and like puberty and stuff. That's when you go like, oh, maybe I like girls in that way, or maybe I like boys in that way. And then you might be like, oh, maybe I don't like how I look. But then you just sit down with your parents, have a wee chat about it, and maybe it's not about doing all the like proper stuff and like getting things, you know, like surgery removed. Maybe just like if my kid came up to me, I would probably be like, let's just make sure it's not like maybe you're just having a wee moment, but like I think, you know, it's more about.
Do you agree with like trying to like push it on the kids in schools and stuff like that?
Yeah, it just depends on like the pushing, like what is pushing. Like I think educating kids, like I think when people are trying to ban books,
Who should be the one to educate the kids?
I feel like teachers and like adults they can trust. Like I feel like sex ed books. I saw people trying to ban sex ed books, but that's how kids learn about they're being abused, or if like what's changing my body. So I feel like we shouldn't change those things.
Do you not maybe think like a decision like that should be down to the parents and the parents alone?
Yeah, well, maybe like when I start like, I think I'd more properly talk to my kid about it when like I had a mate that became trans when they were 13, and I said to them, I was like, listen, you're gonna go through loads of like problems. Like we're in high school, everyone in high school is a little bit mean, you know, everyone's a little bit like judgy, and they were like, no, this is what I'm gonna do, and they're still, you know, a man to this day, and I'm like, respect, but like I did have that conversation. I'm not even their parent. I was like, listen, like people are not gonna take this well, Catholic school and all that, so it's like, so it's just about respect. I just want people to respect each other and like, you know.
See, we're not trying to like say we're against that or anything like that, but what we're against is like the indoctrination of children.
Yeah, you'll have those one people that raise them babies, and it's like you're just gonna confuse them. You're just gonna like they don't know what that is, you know. So obviously those are like I just think some people think that's what all like LGBT people are for, and it's like no, I just want my kid to like come up like well raised, well respected, and well like, you know. And I just want them to be a nice person. I want people to treat them with respect. So I just want, you know, but maybe not like, not too young. Like, and again, like I think it's more about educating instead of going like.
Well, just as a minimum age.
For procedures.
The whole thing in general.
I think I'd like it's kind of the age of puberty and stuff like. I'd say 12, 13, just for even like just being like, let's talk about it. Like, how are you feeling? Like let's.
Should we base it off how they feel or base it off facts and reality? I mean, because realistically, if
they're gonna come up like they're totally gonna have like a totally different life, and it's not gonna be normal for them, and like they have to understand that. And then again, like we could start out, and they could be like, "Whoa, this is a lot. That's too much for me." Then maybe they just have to come to that realization, and they can always go back. Like it's gonna be weird, and I just support my kid basically.
No problem.
Basically, no, but yeah, sorry, I've just kind of walked
that's
up
fine.
like, hi. Like,
thank you. No, that's what we want. No, we just want the opinions. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Guys,
cheers. You got any thoughts on it? 100% true. I think deep down, like people realistically know the truth, but they're scared to say the truth. Like, like pretending to be stupid. Like, it's just pretending to be stupid is just stupid in itself. You got any thoughts, guys, on the opinion?
I agree with it.
Do you agree with that, guys? Disagree with it? Would you allow him to change the gender, though?
No chance.
Well, that's what the point is.
I never read that far. I agree, sir.
You agree?
I agree.
Cheers, man. We got an opinion and a thought?
Yeah, I think you're totally right.
Think I'm right?
Yeah.
Don't think they should be allowed to?
I don't think so.
No problem, thank you very much.
Male or female, aren't they?
100%. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank
no
you.
problem. Not woke. People with sense, finally. But yeah, people are like scared to give opinions. Like they'll walk by and they'll like shake their head and, you know, just either shake their head or disagree or shout like I agree as they walk by. There is a lot of people like stopping, like to read the sign, but not really giving a comment on it. Otherwise, we would have more content. But what's your thoughts?
I want to know your thoughts first.
So obviously, I wouldn't allow my infant child to get a tattoo. I wouldn't allow my infant child to drink, and also wouldn't allow my infant child to change their gender, because as a child, you're not sound of body and mind and logical thinking to make that life-changing decision at that age. What's your thought?
Fucking exactly, that's it. You're right. Fuck all that gender bullshit, changing, whatever. There's only men and women. That's it. Simple as that. Whether you like it or not, if you describe yourself as anything else other than a man or a woman, you're mentally ill. That's where I come from. I come from Georgia. And there is big issues there. If you're either a gay or whatever, people will be against you there. And you cannot go out in public like that. I'm not against them, but it's like, don't shove it in my face.
Well, that's what we're just trying to highlight, protecting the kids more than anything else. Like, don't try and indoctrinate the children. and like force it upon them.
Yeah, whatever
That's what
they
we're
teach
for.
them in school and stuff. I'm totally against that. So imagine if you didn't tell or teach kids about other genders, they would grow up normal.
Correct.
Women and men, right? But no, these teachers are putting these ideas into the kids' heads, and then they're starting to question themselves. Oh, what if I'm a boy? What if I'm a girl? You know, and that's where the problems start. But yeah, definitely, I'm against all that. And I'm not raising my children in UK or in any Western countries.
No, the West has failed
I'm going
completely.
back to my home, East. That's where I'm raising my kids.
No problem, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You got any thoughts, guys? Opinion?
Right. Basically, there should be like a certain age, like it's acceptable, right? But anyway, there's like a certain age that you like it's like yeah, but like you're either a guy or a lassie. If you're a guy and you want to be a lassie, or you're a lassie and want to be a guy, I don't mind that. But when you start saying that you want to be they, them, and that's when it's just a bit too far. I don't get it.
So, at what age are we talking? Would you allow like your child, your minor, to make that decision?
Probably no. Like, see, when they're 18, they can do what they want. Like, you can only teach them what to do. Once they're 18, they can either take that or no. But like,
Do you agree with like getting pushed in schools and the indoctrination of children in schools?
no, I don't.
Even though, like, should it be down to the parents to like teach the kids about these certain things and not teachers and the governments?
If you want to teach your way in that, you can teach your way in that. But other than that, it shouldn't be taught in the schools. In the schools, it should just be taught what you need to know is what you are.
No problem at all. Perfect. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Next done.
Would you allow your infant child to drink? Would you allow them to get a tattoo?
What the fuck?
Would you allow them to change their gender?
What the fucking surely not fuck.
Common sense, reality.
Oh, fucking reality, man. I've no chance, man. Either a fucking man or a woman. Need fucking in between. Sure, that's bullshit fucking. I don't know what you call it. Do you know what I mean? Fucking.
It's an idea. It's an indoctrination. It's an ideology.
It's not a fucking teach it ways. Do you know what
Ah,
I
they're
mean?
teaching it to kids, yeah.
Fucking terrible, man. Do you know what I mean? Not teaching my fucking way. Do you know what I mean? 5
Oh.
bucks years old on that. Do you know what I mean? But slip a swearing by.
No, you're fine. You can say whatever you want. No holds barred at all. Like, you say whatever you want.
Yeah, it was a bit time till we fucking started this shit. Do you know what I mean, man? Somebody say something about it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's somebody needs to start somewhere, eh?
Why is no through in fucking First Minister telling that cunt?
Well, he's woke, eh? He's finished. He's done. But I'm pretty sure this will reach the people that it needs to reach eventually. And there is other people that are fighting against it, and we all need to stand up as one and fight against it. You know?
Definitely.
Like the masses need to stand up and say, like, you know, children don't need to learn about this stuff. They don't need to be indoctrinated into this in the schools. They don't need to be taught this in the schools.
No way.
You know,
Schools, man.
as young as like 5, 6 year olds, you know.
Disgusting, innit?
100%. Like,
Disgusting, man. Fucking absolutely disgusting, man. Imagine teaching a man that, know what I mean, man?
well, this is the way the society is going. This is what they want to do. They want to like mutilate a generation, eh? And that's one way to get the population down.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying, so if there's a man and woman.
Absolutely right.
Exactly.
Perfect. Thank you.
So I mean, so fucking, how are you supposed to fucking populate the earth? Do you know what I mean? We're brought in this earth for man place to fucking reproduce. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
You know what I mean? What a fucking whatever. Do you know what I mean? A fucking. I mean, anyway, guys. I hope
No
you're on the
problem,
fucking
mate.
best, right?
Thank you very much. Ta. What's your thought, mate? Would you allow it?
No.
Any of it?
No.
Why?
Don't know. Need to wait till they're 18 to choose, you know?
That's the point, and so you don't agree with like indoctrinating them in schools and stuff and teaching them about it in schools?
No.
No problem, mate. Thank you very much for your opinion. Cheers.
Thank you.
Want to share your opinion on it? A bit gay? I'm not quite sure how to work that one out, guys, but you know, we'll go with it. You got a thought, guys? Got an opinion? Want to give your opinion on it?
Definitely, you don't allow children to choose their gender. They don't know who they are yet. They are yet to explore life. They don't know what life is yet. They can't even choose. They can't even make their meals, you know. And you are asking them to choose their gender. So I agree with you.
Perfect.
Never allow a child to choose their gender.
Perfect, thank you. Common sense.
I think they should have more like. I'm not from Scotland, obviously, but I think they should have like some the doctors need to they should put through more checks and stuff like that. I think they should be allowed when they're an adult, because when I was 18, I don't think I had everything planned out. I don't think so. Personally, that's just how I feel. But I mean, there should be more checks, and it's a bit of a grey area because it's a new thing, obviously, isn't it?
Is it on the children though to make that decision?
But no, it should. It's up to adults. So these kids need to be adults in order to make their minds.
100%.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Cheers.
No worries. Cheers.
Got a thought, ladies? Got an opinion? Load of shite. Load of shite. I think she called me a fascist. Think so. I'm not quite sure how that makes me a fascist, but thoughts, opinion.
Aye. Aye. You're either born with a puppy or a vagina.
You would allow like your infant child to drink or get a... Oh, we're talking about children. Child. You know, someday...
60 and I'm still a child.
We're all children at heart, eh? But realistically, we're talking about like mainly children, like because you wouldn't allow them to get a tattoo or drink alcohol, but why would you allow them to change their gender?
No. You're either born with a willy or with a willy. So you're a man or a woman.
Simple as that. No problem, guys. Thank you very much for your opinion.
You identify as a pineapple.
I identify as, I don't know, a male, but I can't say that anymore.
You can because
I can.
there's only two sexes, male and female.
Correct. Thank you for the logic and thinking. What's your opinion, mate? You got an opinion? So obviously, you wouldn't allow your child to drink alcohol. You really wouldn't allow your child to get a tattoo. So why would you allow your child to change their gender?
Gender? Well, it's quite right, you know what I mean? Nothing matter to change your gender, mate.
But as a child, as an infant, they can't make their own mind up.
No, that's not quite right, you know what I mean? What do you say, William?
I don't know, I'm splitting that because I'm dead young, but at the same time, it's really tough if you're convinced you're the wrong body, though. But I would leave it till a bit later until they're more sure, because your hormones change as you get older.
Like see stuff that's online and stuff like that nowadays, and watching certain things and stuff like that, and it can like their mind's not formal, like, developed properly. So basically, no, I would just like you need to make sure they're in a mature stage to make a proper decision, make an adult decision, not a child decision, an adult decision. Does that make sense?
100%. Thank you very much.
Make me shut up.